Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to your weekly dose of celestial goodness. As always, thank you for tuning in and for joining me on this journey. I really appreciate your presence, and also just wanted to let you know that I am very thankful that you have joined me in this space. So thank you. So last week, we spoke about the element of water and what lessons we could learn from water and how we can incorporate more water into our lives. The lessons for this week will focus on the element earth. So at the end of the video, I will also wrap up with a short meditation, and I wrote that so that you could really connect with earth and to help you ground. So one of the things that we're going to talk about this week is what it means to ground. So when you think of earth, what comes to mind for you? For me, there are a lot of things. The element of earth is one that I associate with rest, with life, with death, with rebirth, with creating a foundation for us, and also with what nurtures and nourishes us. We refer to the planet as Mother Earth, and that's because of all the ways in which we're cared for by this big rock in the middle of the galaxy. So some of those things come to mind for me. But I also think of nature, heaviness, solid, abundance, root, sustenance, green, brown, stillness, and stability. So you might picture other words, but ultimately they all resonate. So there are many lessons that come from the earth element. It is from earth that I learned the lessons of how cyclical our nature is. So we learn that we have life, death, and rebirth. As the earth experiences seasons, different seasons, so do we. So there's summer, fall, winter, spring. And for each of us, we can have moments in our lives that feel like our own personal spring, our own personal summer, our own personal fall. And sometimes we're also birthing something, and sometimes we're experiencing something that feels like death. And you know, some things do come back around again. You may have had a grandparent pass away, and then have another relative have a baby, and everyone is like, wow, this baby, as they start growing up, really reminds them of the grandparent. We can almost say that the spirit of the grandparent has been rebirthed in the new family member. So also, in nature, we know that there are certain things that are always going to happen. Spring is always going to come after winter. So if you are experiencing something in your life that feels like a winter, that feels like fall to winter, maybe a relationship has passed into a new phase, maybe it's ended, maybe a career has ended for you. Those things can feel like death. In the fall, we see the leaves fall off the trees, and that reminds us that sometimes we have to let go of something so that we can have a new growth in another area. So my little sister reminded me once, when I was going through a personal winter, that after winter, surely spring is going to come. So I just want to remind you of that. There's also a very lush abundance that we find in earth. Everything is always provided for. The birds, you know, you see them out there, they always seem like they have enough food. The plants grow with plenty of rain, sunshine, and the minerals from earth. So we as humans tend to worry that there won't be enough for us, and we carry around this mindset of lack. And when we do that, we actually draw in more lack into our lives. But earth reminds us that we will always be taken care of. There's a lot to go around, and when you feel unsure about that, it's okay to call on divine help. That really does work. So be like the birds And don't worry, and know within yourself that things will be taken care of. The earth element is also associated with the root chakra, which is our foundational chakra. This is one about balance, about feeling stable, secure, and grounded. I'll actually cover chakras in a future video, but for now, just know that when you feel rooted and secure, that your root chakra is probably functioning correctly. So what we're going to talk about next is grounding. A lot of people confuse grounding with centering. They're used very interchangeably, like center yourself, ground yourself. And it's easy to do because they both sort of relate to getting you in a more peaceful and calm space. I would say, though, that centering relates more to a place within yourself that you can retreat to when the external world is in chaos. Returning to your inner sacred space helps you to remain calm and clear-headed. That's important for a variety of reasons, including to help you make good decisions and to help you to know how to move forward on certain issues. Centering to me is finding the anchor of my soul and returning to that place to find true and genuine peace. Grounding, on the other hand, is a specific form of connection with the earth. This is why it's also known as earthing. Physically grounding yourself, either energetically or in nature. Why is this even important? On the scientific end, and I'm not a scientist, so I'm just going to give you the layperson's summary of this. Our world is filled with electromagnetic energy. The earth as a whole has a lot of what we call a negative charge. So like a negative electromagnetic frequency, while people, as we go about our day-to-day lives, we build up a positive electromagnetic frequency. If we get too many of these, certain things can start to happen to our body. We can feel spacey, dizzy, tired, lightheaded, disconnected, imbalanced, anxiety-ridden, depressed, nervous, and just not ourselves. So we can also have trouble sleeping and focusing. And that's really big when you're trying to work, have relationships with people. So grounding yourself proves to be important because what we do is we use the earth's energy to help balance our own. This helps us to get rid of excess energy and to calm us down so that we can be more in touch and more in tune with our external and internal world. This helps us to be present. So whenever you hear someone say the present time is all we have, a lot of people are thinking about things that happened in the past or things that are yet to happen in the future, and they forget that right now is really the only time that we truly have. So like I said, the benefits of grounding include better sleep, better regulation of cortisol, so less stress, the ability to be present and focused, and just an overall happier existence, which is pretty delightful. So when these things are present, you're also in a better energetic space for manifesting your dreams and for manifesting more prosperity and abundance in your life. So, how do you ground? Here are some tips for grounding, both physically and spiritually. The first would be go outside. If you can, put your feet in the grass and literally connect to nature. You can feel something so real and positive about when you connect to the earth, when you're barefooted. I have to throw the second one in there because if you know me, you'll know why. It's to hug a tree. That's also important. You're making contact with nature. The third tip is to eat earthy foods. anything that comes from below ground is really good for this. So beets, yams, carrots, and other ground vegetables. So if veggies aren't your jam, you'll be happy to know that you can also eat chocolate. Raw dark chocolate from the cocoa or cacao plant is an amazing grounding tool and very delicious. Next, I would say you want to address issues that need to be healed. So I'm a big advocate for therapy and for healing the things within us that truly do need to be healed. You can also watch uplifting content like my channel, Celestial Goodness 1111. You can also move your body, run, dance, play, walk. Just that movement is grounding energy. My next tip would be to take a salt bath or to soak your feet in salt. I highly recommend Himalayan pink salt or Epsom salt. Both are great. And I also recommend adding essential oils to that. So lavender's a good classic one. There's neroli, which is also really great. So take a look at the ones that, really match with what you're interested in and add as you like. Also drinking herbal teas. Peppermint is a really good one for me. Chamomile. Those are really helpful to grounding you. You can use crystals, black tourmaline, jet, black kyanite, jasper. Those are all good. Any kind of red crystal will resonate with your root chakra, so those are also good. Garden. If you don't have a lot of space, you might live in a big city with not a lot of green space, turn your home into an indoor green oasis. I don't have that great of a green thumb, but I know a lot of people who do, and it's easy to learn and has so many wonderful benefits. Take time for stillness and silence. It is amazing how much stimulus comes at us in a normal day alone, and we don't really have that much time where we're just being. So if you can disconnect, find some time to really spend with yourself in silence and just being still, that's very helpful grounding energy. You can also say affirmations like, I am safe, I am secure, I'm grounded, all of my needs are taken care of. And those are some really good ones. And I will talk more about affirmations in a later video. And also meditate. So I do hope that you are able to incorporate some of these tips into your own life. I hope that you'll feel grounded, secure, focused, and that happiness will really and truly find you. Please let me know if any of these tips work for you. I would love to hear that. And also, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Now, if you would like to participate in a grounding meditation, please take a moment to get yourself comfortable and find a good place to sit or lay down, and then we will begin. You can close your eyes and just relax. And by relaxing, it can be hard to relax when someone says relax, right? So a good tip for just getting your body in that space is just to start focusing on your breathing. How are you breathing? I used to take in really big, deep breaths, and then I was like, oh, I can't breathe, So now I just focus and become aware of how I'm breathing. So I just in and out, and I'm just very thankful that every day our body just functions in some ways by itself, in ways that we don't have to tell it to. And I'm very thankful for that. So we can all marvel in the fact that we're just moving and breathing. So just close your eyes, take in, a breath that feels comfortable to you. and just become very aware that you are actually breathing in and out. I want you to picture yourself laying down in a very soft patch of grass. As you lay down, you can see an incredible golden light above your head. It shines down beautifully, peacefully. You feel relaxed and serene. This golden light cascades down towards you and connects with your crown chakra. That's the top of your head. Your whole body feels warm as the light moves through you. You feel it pouring through your arms and fingertips, caressing your heart space. This light flows down through your body, all the way. You feel it going down through your legs, down through your toes. As this golden light is moving through your body, you feel cleansed of all the astral garbage from the world. If there's anything that's stressing you out or causing your energy to get drained, let that just get pulled down with the light. This light moves from your toes and connects. It actually flows through the earth and connects to the earth's crystalline core. Here, everything that you shed will be transmuted for good. As you release, you just feel a gentle vine wrap around your body. You feel a deep connection to the earth. These vines light up with, you can see a golden light running through them. And you feel now as though you're receiving blessings and wisdom from the earth. What are you remembering? What are you feeling peace about? What are you leaving behind? You're still remembering that you have the ability to breathe in and breathe out. As you lay there, you give all of your worries over to the earth, and you ask that these things be transmuted for good. Your whole body feels at peace, and you remember what joy there is to be found in stillness. Take in a deep breath again. You release that. And as you lay there breathing, you just feel completely relaxed, completely at peace. You just forget about all the cares of this world. The vines slowly unravel, and you can feel the warm sunlight on your face. You have an inner knowing that all will be fine. You are safe, you are secure, and you are at peace. Breathe deeply. Count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently open your eyes. And as you go through this week, I want you to carry this peaceful, relaxing, grounded energy with you. And use any of the tips that we talked about and just have a very wonderful week. Thank you. Remember to like and subscribe.